Virtual Southwest Airlines is just one big family.
Hi, my name is Alex Thibodeau, and I'm a first officer for Southwest Virtual. What got me into aviation was back when I was a young child and seeing the planes in the air. I remember passing the airport in Kansas City all the time and always seeing Southwest there. But something else that got me into aviation was definitely the Tuskegee Airmen. Those were the first African Americans fighter pilots. They flew the P-40, P-39, P-47, and P-51. And in 1939 is when President Roosevelt opened um, the fighter pilot program to African Americans who wanted to be civilian pilots. Because back then, African Americans in the military wasn't given any complex or complicated jobs. They were more in the support road jobs back then. And in December of 1940 was when the War Department built a base to train the African American airmen at the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. These men, they had pride, they had courage, and they had determination to succeed. And the training standards, they weren't changed for the African Americans, and these men were able to meet those standards set by the military. And in 1943 was when the first squadron of African American fighter pilots received orders for deployment. And in June of 1944, the 99th, which was the first squadron, they joined with three other all black squadrons. And together they comprised of the 332nd Fighter Group, but better known to everybody today as the Tuskegee Airmen. Um, you know, they flew the escorts for the bombers while they were in the war, and by the end of the war, the Tuskegee Airmen had taken down 108 enemy aircraft, and when they got back, they received 744 air medals, along with 150 distinguished flying crosses, 14 bronze stars, and one silver star. So these African American men, they proved a lot. They set a lot of other African American males up for success, and they showed that African Americans were not ignorant, that they had knowledge, and if given the chance, they could do any job that you gave them.
I chose to fly for Virtual Southwest Airlines because, again, Southwest is my favorite airline. And after doing research on all of the Virtual Southwest airlines out there, Virtual Southwest Airlines gave me the best feeling. The people that's a part of the VA, our leadership, and the realism that we try to bring and keep in the VA, the scheduling that we have, it mimics the real world Southwest, and it's fun and a challenge to try to fly a full day of flights and try to turn the plane in the allotted amount of time and to try to stay on schedule. Our goal is to mimic real world operations, connect our pilots together and to connect our virtual passengers to what matters most to them.
Something I'll never forget is a captain, now chief pilot, Lou Freeman. He was the first African American pilot that Southwest hired, and also he was the first chief pilot of any airline. Something else that happened that was very special was Captain Knight, whose father was in the Vietnam War and got shot down, and he was missing for 52 years. His body remains were recovered, and Captain Knight was able to fly his father back home in the most respectful way through the efforts of a lot of people at Southwest Airlines. In the United States, I would have to say probably DCA, Ronald Reagan, and international Los Cabos. Definitely has some great food, great scenery, great trails to go hiking and biking.
Louisiana won, hands down. I mean, look at my last name. So it represents my home state. It represents New Orleans, of course, the airport that we fly to in Louisiana. So that's a very unique paint on that particular aircraft. It's a paint scheme. When you see it, you know exactly what it is representing. You can't miss that big pelican.
My name is Alex Thibodeau. I'm a first officer for Southwest Virtual Airlines. I have a day job by day and a virtual airline pilot by night.